In verse 13, Lavon the Iosif tus dio iusav tu, and Joseph taking his two sons, ton te Ephraim enti dexia, with Ephraim at his right, dexterity, dexterous, so that comes from that word as a derivative. Ex aristoron, they Israel, but the left from Israel, Jacob. Ton de Manasseh enti aristara, and Manasseh at the left. Ek dexion, they Israel, but at the right of Israel. Ke igisen aftus, afto, and he approached them to him, and Joseph is taking them to Israel. And 14, Actinas they Israel, tin hira, tin dexion, epithecon epi, tin kephalin Ephraim. And Israel, stretching out the right hand, put it upon the head of Ephraim. Utos they in onioteros, and this one was the younger. Ke tin aristeran epi tin kephalin Manasseh, and the left hand upon the head of Manasseh. And Nalax tas hiras, crosswise with his hands. So he crossed over his hands like this and put his right hand on Ephraim and the left hand on Manasseh. And so in verse 15 it continues, Ke evlogisen aftus, and he blessed them. Ke ipen o, and said, O theos, o evirestis I pateres mu, and opion aftu, the God in whom my fathers were well pleasing in his presence, Avraham ke Isaac, Abraham and Isaac. O Theos, o trephon me ek neotitos mu eostis imeris taftis, the God maintaining me from my youth until this day. 16. O angelos, o reumanos me ek panton ton kakon, the angel rescuing me from all the evils. Now, if this is angel, a messenger, or was actually in the Godhead, it doesn't really say, because it mentions in other places God is a messenger. The one rescuing me from all the kakon, the kaka is bad, evil. Evlogise tapedias tavta, bless these boys, the imperative. Ke epiklethisete aftis to onomamu, and my name shall be called upon them. Ke to onomaton pateron mu, and the names of my fathers, Avraham, ke Isaac, Abraham, and Isaac. Ke plethin these son is plethos poli epitis gis, and may they multiply into a great multitude, poly, and epi, upon the earth, and epidermis, upon the skin. It's a derivative epi. 17. Idon the Iosif, oti epevelin o patir aftu, tin hira, tin dexian aftu epi, tin kephalin Ephraim. And Joseph, seeing that his father put his right hand upon the head of Ephraim, vari afto katefani, it appeared wrong to him. Ke anta lavito Iosif tis hiros tu patros aftu, aphelin aftin apotis kephalis Ephraim. Here Joseph makes a big mistake to correct his father, and Jacob wasn't the kind of person to mess around with. He was an authoritarian. And Joseph took the hand of his father to remove it from the head of Ephraim, epi tin kephalin Manasseh, to the head of Manasseh. Verse 18. Ipe the Iosif to patriav tu, and Joseph said to his father, Ukutos patir, not so, father, utos gar o prototokos, for this is the firstborn. Epithis tin dexian su, epi tin kephalin aftu. Place your right hand upon his head. Verse 19. Ke uk ethelisan, and he would not. Al ipan, he said, Either teknon, either, I know, child, I know. Ke utos este is leon, and this one will be for a people. Ke utos ipsothisate, and this one will be raised up high. Al o adelphos avtu o neoteros mizon avtu este. But his younger brother will be greater than he. Ephraim will be greater. Now, what exactly it's, I'll continue here. Ke to sperma avtu este is plethos ethnon. And his seed will be a multitude of nations. Now, again, I'm not sure what this means here. Ephraim was actually one of the smaller of the tribes as far as the amount of people, and the tribe took over the very center part of Palestine, was their area. And they were the main supporters of the northern kingdom of Israel. So this prophecy of Jacob, blessing of Jacob, can be even for the future, because the Israelites were taken, and possibly all of the people that have been sent out of Ephraim into the world and taken by Nebuchadnezzar and Syria and these conquerors, and they went into the other places of the world, and maybe nations have been born from people who are of the seed of Ephraim. In verse 20 it continues, Ke evlogisan avtus inti imera hikini, and he blessed them in that day. And Manasseh, he was the firstborn. It said he would be raised up high. His territory was divided when they actually got to the land. But 4 judges came out of the tribe of Manasseh: Gideon, Abimelech, Jair, and Jephthah. And 20 it continues, and he blessed them in that day, Legon, saying, Inimin evlogi thisate Israel. By you Israel shall be blessed. Legon, saying, Pi se o theos os Ephraim ke os Manasseh. God make you as Ephraim and Manasseh. So that would be a blessing that people would use on one another, apparently. Ke ethika ton Ephraim improston ton Manasseh. And he put Ephraim in front of Manasseh. 21. Ipe de Israel to Yosef, and Israel said to Joseph, Idu, ego apothenisko, ke este o theos methimon. Behold, I die, and God will be with you. Ke apostrepse imas istigin ton pateron imon, and he will return you to the land of your fathers, land of Canaan. 22. Ego de didomisi sikima exaereton ipertus adelphus su, and I give to you a chosen out portion above your brothers. And the sikima is a transliteration. It means a portion. I will give you a chosen out portion above your brothers. And this is to Joseph. And now exactly what he means here again would be conjecturing, is talking about the whole land of Egypt, possibly, whole land of Canaan. In elavon ek hiros amoreon, which I took from the hand of the Amorites, in Maharamu ke tokso, from the land of the Amorites, with my sword and bow. So there is the blessings to the 2 children of Joseph, and the other brothers will be given a blessing also, and they'll be in the next chapter, in chapter 49, and I hope you will join us, and God bless.